Hi everyone, welcome to DIADEMY IAS. I think my voice is audible. If anyone in online, can you just indicate in the message my voice is audible? Am I audible? Okay, so here let's start the session. In this session, our academy, DIADEMY IAS Academy, conducts a seminar or some sort of an orientation session regarding the English literature optional paper. We know that we have 48 optional paper in UPSC exam. And out of this 48 optional paper, 23 are literature papers, right? We have 22 regional languages in India. And out of this 22, one additional language literature paper we have optional in UPSC exam, that is English literature. So here let's discuss about the importance of English literature in UPSC exam and what are the advantages to choose this optional paper. Normally we know that almost all candidates normally choosing the optional papers like history, geography, philosophy, anthropology, sociology, and all. All these are the all India popular optional papers. But we know that all these optional papers are highly competitive optionals. That means out of 100, 80% of candidates are choosing these optionals because it's very popular optional. And we normally think that, the candidates normally think that these optionals are scoring, so we can choose this optional only. So that is the reason, the main reason is lack of awareness relating with optional. So we know that we have, whenever we calculate the optional selection process, we have the different states calculation. We know that all candidates are selecting their regional language like Malayalam, Hindi, then Tamil, like that. Okay, so it's also one of the trend in the recent years. But here, we know that we have to remember that English optional paper, I think I can say that as a faculty, I can say that English literature optional is a high scoring optional. Whenever you choose English literature optional as a optional subject, it is more possibility to acquire more marks in optional paper. We know that in the mains examination, optional paper playing a vital role for the final ranking and specifically service allocation. So here let's start the importance of English literature. What are the importance and how can we prepare English literature, and which are the strategies, and all these are the important points we will discuss in this session. So here we know that we have top 10 optional subjects for UPSC 2024-25, and we are focusing on the next year exam as well. And here we know that you can see that in the screen. History, public administration, geography, political science, that means PSIR, sociology, economics, anthropology, psychology, philosophy. All these are the most popular optional papers, and almost all candidates are selecting this optional paper normally. It's a common trend. But you can see the English literature, and out of this English literature and Hindi literature, normally Hindi literature, whenever we calculate the highest proportion of candidates choosing the Hindi literature. But English literature, in the recent years, we can say that a lot of results, we know that the different result indicates that English literature is a high scoring area. So let's discuss in detail about the priority of English literature optional and what are the roles and what are the advantages when we choose English literature. Our academy, DIADEMY Academy, plans to start English literature optional in this year. So in order to, the prime purpose of this awareness program, it means actually it is an orientation program. Our academy, DIADEMY IAS Academy, focus on the awareness relating with the English literature and its importance and its scope. So let's discuss in detail. We know that we already said that out of 48 optional paper in UPSC exam, 23 papers are mainly based on literature. That means 22 regional languages and 1 English literature paper. And here, let's look into the screen. You can say that the result say the truth regarding with the priority of English literature. And we know that normally the people think that English literature is a toughest optional paper. We know that normally all candidates are always thinking, normally we are saying about UPSC exam is a toughest exam. And in order to prepare this toughest exam, choosing a toughest option is a big risk. It's absolutely wrong. You just look into on our screen. That means you can see the 222 result. We have, actually, I just listed some of the toppers' name only. Actually, the correct result is more than this list. Okay. So here in 2022, Gautam Vivekanandan, Arya VM, Suvas Snigdha, all these are the toppers from UPSC exam. That means based on English literature optional. And out of this chart, you can say that the toppers, in the list of toppers, some candidates are scoring highest score in English literature optional. That means the rank 26, 320, rank 9, and we had a first rank holder also who selected English literature as the optional paper in 2005. So in this high proportion of this year, the past years, we can see the importance of English literature and what is the role of English literature in UPSC exam. Whenever we choose the English literature as the optional, we choose the correct option. That is the correct word I would like to say here. Then next, why English literature? Normally, when we talk about the English literature and its role, why we want to choose English literature as the UPSC optional paper. We know that here we have English literature UPSC optional paper includes very small syllabus topic. That means only 60 poems, 5 plays, and 40 novels. All these are the very small topics are indicated in the UPSC syllabus. And here, the importance of English literature, we can say that we can easily understand the idea. That means whenever we studied in the school level and college level, and our stream, whatever the stream, it may be science, it may be arts, it may be commerce, whatever. In the school level, we studied different poems, like William Wordsworth, and all we know that about the works of William Shakespeare, and we know about the poems of W.B. Yeats, Wordsworth, and we know the different sonnets. All these are the topics included in UPSC in this syllabus also. So we need not to worry about the works and its length. So the first point is that 28 authors works included in the UPSC exam syllabus. And out of these 28 authors, the 50% authors name very, very familiar. That means we already studied in our school level. So that is the first thing we have to remember about the easiness of this optional paper. And next one is, this optional paper is very focused and restricted. What is here very focused and restricted? Here I would like to say that whenever you go to the optional paper, other optional papers like geography, public administration, sociology and all. When we go through the previous question paper, all the questions in a generalized way. Here, what is generalized way? Whatever, on the basis of the syllabus, UPSC can ask the question in a wide proportion or a wide perspective. That is the peculiarity of all other optional paper. But in case of English literature optional paper, it is very restricted. Restricted means normally the past years of question paper, whenever we analyzed, I can say that all questions are very, very, very concentrated. That means a particular work and its depth of meaning and all, and a particular work and its perspective only. So the syllabus oriented only. That is the second feature of this optional paper. And the third feature is less time. We have to invest very, very, very less time to prepare this optional paper. Whenever we comparing with all other arts optional paper like history, public administration and all these are the popular optional paper. But when we take the semi-scientific option like geography and all, we have to study the basics first. Then only we have to prepare the main optional oriented syllabus. That is a peculiarity of that optional papers. But in case of English literature, whenever we start the preparation time, I will always provide you, or I will provide the basic history of English literature, that also included in the syllabus as well, and it also connecting with the syllabus or previous question oriented. And here 55 days time, only paper 1. We have paper 1 and paper 2, like all other optional paper. English literature paper also includes 2 papers, that is paper 1 and paper 2. And in order to complete the paper 1 of English literature optional, we only need 55 days. Within 55 days time, we can cover paper 1 English literature optional. And the second one is paper 2, because the difference of paper 1 and paper 2 is nearly some works difference only. All other ideas and concepts are similar. That means only 45 days required to cover paper 2 UPSC literature paper, English literature paper. So very less time, within a very less time, we can easily complete the English literature optional syllabus, including previous question practice. Okay. Then next is within 100 days time. Normally, our institute plans to conduct the class or program minimum 100 days program. And relating with this English literature optional, we have within 100 days time, we can cover in the entire syllabus, including the practice, including the previous question analysis, improving the mock test, and all. Within 100 days time, we can easily complete the syllabus. So these are the advantage of choosing English literature as UPSC optional mains. Okay, so then next we can discuss about the percentage of success, the percentage of candidates cleared UPSC final included in the final list. What is the trend of the English literature in previous year? Normally we can say that in the recent years, we already discussed about 222 result. And from 2010 onwards, a constant proportion of result can see in the previous year's result. That means nearly 9.5%. That is 10%, nearly 10% success. Sure success indicate in the English literature optional as per the report of UPSC. That means English literature optional is an optional paper which shows the highest passing possibility. So that is the important point here. We have to remember about the English literature. And next you can see a chart. In this chart, you can see the different proportion of exam. That means in this chart, I already indicated the different literature papers, and we know that all over India, candidates choose different literature paper like the regional literature, including Tamil, Telugu, Sanskrit, Punjabi, Malayalam, like that. And from this list also, we can say that English, the highest proportion. English literature maintain a stable proportion of success rate in the past years. So that's the important point we have to remember about the priority of this paper. Then, now I would like to share about the syllabus. The English literature syllabus mainly includes 2 papers, like all other options. And here, 1600 to 1900, that means beginning of modernism. The different, like the history, that means the paper 1 normally includes the history of English literature. That means the Old English, Middle English, Modern English, like that. That means the different ages and the different literary works. But here, paper 1 includes mainly 10 terms, that means literary terms. Paper 1 and paper 2 includes literary terms. Okay, so 1600 to 1900, modernism is the paper 1. And paper 2, postmodernism, that means 1900 to 1990. That is the syllabus division. Paper 1 and paper 2, we know that 250 marks, total 500 marks. And next, we can discuss about the syllabus in detail. Before that, one important point I want to share that the advantage of English literature. When we choose English literature as the optional paper, what are the advantages? You can see the advantage. It means that comparatively less competition. That's the main advantage. I can say that nearly every year, 40 to 70 candidates only appear UPSC mains with English literature as the optional. Only 40 to 70. It means that the reality is that normally the candidates or the people think that it's a danger topic, because English is some psychological fear in English. That's the reason. So less competition. So that is the number 1 advantage in English literature. Very less competition. Only 40 to 70 students or 40 to 70 candidates only write mains exam with English literature as the optional. And next is only 3 months time. Only 3 months time is enough to prepare UPSC English literature optional. Only 3 months time. We already said that 100 days time. Here 100 days time means including our practices, our mock test, discussions and all. Actually 3 months time is enough to complete this syllabus topic. Then that is a second advantage. Third advantage is this syllabus is specific. What is specific here? We know that we have 2 plays of William Shakespeare. And UPSC normally asks the question from these 2 plays only. That's a important specific feature. They never scatter the topic. In the previous question analysis, we can say that UPSC pinpoint the syllabus or pinpoint the area, pinpoint the work or pinpoint the author. So that's why this is an advantage of UPSC aspirants to choose English literature as the optional. And next one is, by choosing the English literature, we can improve our English. That means we know that as a civil servant, then whenever we reach in the service, we have to use English, we have to communicate English and all. So it's an important or inevitable part. The language play an inevitable part as a bureaucrat. Okay, so here in this we are understanding the history of Europe. That means we know that we have a world history in GS mains. And from this English literature history part, we will cover European history. That means almost all Europe and its past background, incidences, administrative systems, way of life, like that. So that's the next advantage. And the very, very important advantage is CSAT. We know that in civil service exam, every year, 25 to 30 questions. 25 to 30 questions from reading comprehension. Correct? And recently, we know that CSAT, one of the main challenge of every aspirants. In the 223 exam also, a lot of students suffered regarding with the toughness of CSAT. So in CSAT, we have reading comprehension. And minimum 25 to 30 questions every year UPSC asks from reading comprehension. And when we choose English literature as the optional paper, it's also good to prepare. It's also one of the main tool to cover this CSAT paper also. So this is one of the advantage choosing the English literature as the optional. And next one is essay. We know that in UPSC mains exam we have an essay paper. Okay, so when we write UPSC mains in English, we have to write the essay. So here, in order to construct the best sentence, in order to construct the good paragraph and make a good essay, this optional preparation will help you. And next one is compulsory English. That's another important advantage. We have a compulsory English paper in UPSC mains. 300 marks, right? It's a qualifying paper. Correct. It's a qualifying paper. It's not a big deal. But this qualifying paper is also one of the challenge of most of the students. That's a truth. But when we choose English literature and during our preparation time, it directly and indirectly improve your English. That means grammar, sentence construction, phrase replacement, then translation, and all. So all these are the important points included in the UPSC compulsory mains paper English. So English literature also will help to improve your English. Then the last one is interview. We can face the interview in our own language, any regional language, but if you go with English in your interview stage, UPSC interview stage, this literature preparation will give you confidence. It means that these are the important advantage of English literature. By choosing this English literature, we have these advantages. Okay. Then I hope that you understood all these informations. Then next we can discuss the syllabus. Here, let's discuss about the syllabus at a glance. English literature syllabus mainly divides into 5 sections. Actually, I changed this syllabus in my own way in order to understand easily. So I use colors and all. So in this way, you can easily understand the syllabus in a short way. So here we can say that syllabus means literary terms, 100 literary terms, then literary movements, 100 literary terms and literary movements. That means a lot of movements, Renaissance, a lot of different types of movements in in English literature that is also included in the syllabus. The next is plays. Only 5 plays, means dramas. Drama, okay. Only 5 drama included in the English literature optional. And novels. Only 14 novels. Only 14 novels in the syllabus. Only 14 novels. And 60 poems. Only 60 poems. Out of the 60 poems, I would like to say that, out of the 60 poems, 40 poems are very short. Very, very short. Short poems. Out of 60 poems, 40 poems are very short and precise in manner. So these are the important points relating with the syllabus. So once again, you just understand that the syllabus is very, very short. Very, very short syllabus. It's easy to cover in 100 days time. Only 100 days time you can cover all the syllabus. All the syllabus. Okay. So next we can discuss about the syllabus in detail. Okay. Mainly, English literature syllabus includes novels, plays, terms, then poems, right? So, which are the authors? Only 28 authors' work included in the English literature syllabus. Only 28 authors. And out of these 28 authors, 3 Indian writers and remaining 25 foreign writers, Western writers. So only 28 authors' work included in the UPSC syllabus. And period, we already said 1600 to 1900, 1900 to 1919. And let's look into the paper 1 and paper 2. We have paper 1 section A and section B, and like paper 2 section A and section B. And section A we have 10 literary terms, 3 plays and 20 poems. And section B only 7 novels. And paper 2 section A literary movement, 10 literary movement, 40 poems and 2 plays. And section B 7 novels. These are the question distribution or the topic distribution of paper 1 and paper 2. So let's look into the syllabus. You can easily understand the syllabus with the picture. So I minimize this complication. I just work on it, the syllabus, and add the picture as also in order to understand easily. So important plays are Shakespeare's 2 plays in UPSC exam, King Lear, The Tempest. Then Samuel Beckett, Waiting for Godot. Then Henry Gibson, Doll's House. Henry Gibson's Doll's House. Then John Osborne play, Look Back Anchor. 5 plays over. These are the 5 plays included in the UPSC syllabus. Only 5 drama. Shakespeare, 2, other 3 different writers. And next we can go to novels. How many novels we already discussed? Novels, 40 novels. So here, novelists and their work included in the UPSC syllabus. Jonathan Swift novel, Gulliver's Travel. Jane Austen novel, Pride and Prejudice. Henry Fielding novel, Tom Jones. Next, Charles Dickens novel, Hard Times. George Eliot novel, The Mill on the Floss. Thomas Hardy novel, Tess Abervillies. Next, Mark Twain novel, The Adventure of Huckleberry Finn, Joseph Conrad, Lord Jim, James Joyce's Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man. Then D.H. Lawrence novel, Sons and Lovers, F.M. Foster, A Passage to India, Virgin Woolf, Miss Dalloway. And we have two Indian writers, only two Indian writers novels, Raja Rao Kandapura and V.S. Naipaul, A House for Mr. Bishwas. These are the important novels. Then next, look into the poem. We already said that we have 60 poems in English literature optional. And out of these 60 poems, 40 poems are small poems, very, very, very small poems, easy to understand, easy to read. From John Donne poem, we have Canonization, The Death do not be proud, The Good Morrow, On His Mistress Going to Bed, The Relic. And John Milton, Paradise Lost, 1, 2, 4, and 9. Different volume of poems. Alexander Pope poem, The Rape of the Lock, and Alfred Tennyson poem, In Memorial. And William Wordsworth, the famous poet. Whenever school days also, we are very, very familiar with this writer. William Wordsworth poem, Ode on Intimation of Immortality, 3 years she grew, Tintern Abbey, She felt among untrodden ways, Michael, then Resolution and Independence, The World is Too Much with Us, Milton, Thou shouldest be living at this hour upon Westminster. Then next we have W.B. Yeats. It's another important a famous poet and also familiar during our school days. His 11 poems included in UPSC exam. That means Easter 1916, The Second Coming, A Prayer for My Daughter, Sailing to Byzantium, The Tower, Among the School Children, Leda and Swan, Meru, Lipis Lazuli, The Second Coming, Byzantium. And T.S. Eliot, also on the familiar poet. 3 poems: The Love Song of Alfred Prufrock, The Journey of Maggie Brent Norton. And W.H. Auden poems are Partition, Mercedes Boxart's In Memory of W.B. Yeats, Lay Your Sleeping Heart, My Love, The Unknown Citizen, Consider, Mendicant Infants, The Shield of Achilles, September 1, 1939, Petition. Then Philip Larkin poems. Next, please, Deception, Afternoons, Days, Mr. Brinley. Then one Indian writer. We already said that we have 28 authors. We have 28 authors in the syllabus, and out of these 28, 25 authors are Western or foreign authors, and 3 authors from India, and 2 authors from novels, and 1 author in poem. That is A.K. Ramanujan. A.K. Ramanujan's 6 poems included Looking for a Cousin on Swing, A River, Of Mothers, among other things, Love Poem for Wife 1, Small Scale Reflection on a Great House. These are the important poems. Okay, so these are the important syllabus areas in UPSC exam. So I hope that you understood about the syllabus. Very, very simple syllabus. And once again, we can say that with a very limited time, we can cover this syllabus. And here, I would like to share that normally the students, students are worrying about we have to read these all texts independently, so it's very tough like that. No problem. I will read for you. That means whenever the class time, I will provide the notes. Notes means key, including the keywords notes. Before each topic or before each chapter we study, we will discuss about the topic or we will discuss about the author. And all you have with a printed note regarding with this topic. So that will be the strategy when we when we conduct the class. And next, I would like to share that normally the students, most of the students thinks that only English background people with only English background can select English literature. No, it's absolutely wrong, because a candidate without English graduation or without English literature background can also select the English literature optional. We have so many examples. We have so many toppers. We can search the history. We have a lot of candidates who they cleared the UPSC with English literature optional, and their background was not English literature. Their background were not English literature. So that is the important point. We have to keep in our mind that a person without English background can choose English literature as their optional. Then let's look into the question. This is the previous question paper, and just see the question. And now we are not discussing the question. I want to share that how the question asked in UPSC. You just go through the question, you can easily understand that all the questions are direct, not indirect or some sort of confusing or abstract ideas like all other options. Direct from the author, direct from the work. Look at the question. What are the prominent features of metaphysical poetry? We know that metaphysical poetry is a term. We know that metaphysics, ballad, then ode, like that, different types of terms are in English. So this is a metaphysical poetry is a term. So that term we already said that different terms included in the UPSC syllabus. So it's a direct question. The next discipline of neo-classical literature. It's a movement. It's a movement, so it's a direct question. Next, epic. What is epic and mock epic? Epic is a term. So all the questions directly from the chapter or directly from the syllabus, not indirect question. Then next, Victorian age. You know that we have different ages in English. That means from the old period of English literature, we have Renaissance period, Romantic period, Victorian period, Elizabethan age, like that, different ages and periods there. So you just look on these areas, all the questions directly from the syllabus or directly from the text, not indirect. Then next, you can see the question Tempest. We already said that two important play included in the syllabus, that Shakespeare, that means Tempest is one of the drama of Shakespeare. Then Paradise Lost, Milton, John Milton, we already discussed. So in this way, UPSC asks a question. Then next question, this is a 223 question. 223 previous question paper. 222 UPSC question paper, 223 question paper. And from this question paper, you can see that this question, all the questions, whenever we take the all previous question paper, all the question in this method of presentation used in UPSC exam. So next is King Lear, Shakespeare drama, directly asked. Then Rape of the Lock. The theme, UPSC asked the theme, symbol. The next is Doll's House. It's an important play in the exam. Doll's House. Then John Donne poem, the features of John Donne poem, critical analysis of John Donne poem. So all the questions, Wordsworth, all the questions normally asked in UPSC mains exam is direct. So it is easy to prepare all these areas. And next we can say that all the questions in English literature optional, we can divide three type of questions normally asked. It may be a 5-marker question. That means answer for 5 marks. Then 10-marker question. 10-marker question, answer for 10 marks. Then 15-marker. Then 20 marker. Actually, this 5 marks question asked in the past examinations, like 2010, 11, like that. And the recent years, in the recent last 5 years of exam, we can analyze that the previous questions based on 10 marker, 15 marker, and 20 marker. So it is very, very easy to prepare notes in this way. Whenever we take Wordsworth poem, we have to make a note regarding with Wordsworth, his history regarding with his writing, his way of writing, his imagination, and which are the terms he used in the, which are the type of imagination he used in the poem, and which are the ideas the poet trying to convey through this poem, like that. And plus, next we have to discuss about a particular poem and all. So every note we can include a write-up about the author and a particular work. So that's enough to write maximum 20 marks question, to write for the 20 marker question. So that is the easy way of preparation. Then next, I want to say that in English literature optional, we need not to update anything. It's a very important thing we have to keep in our mind, that whenever we prepare English literature, we need not to update with current affairs in that particular area. For example, whenever we take the geography optional paper, or whenever we take history is less like English literature. History, we need not to update more on current affairs. But almost all optional paper, we have to be updated. Like the famous, almost all popular optional like PSIR, geography, like all other optional papers, we have to be updated in a particular area. In each topic when we study, we have to be updated. Specifically, I can say that when we take geography, we have a paper, Indian geography paper, paper 2 in geography optional, and all the questions in generalized way. And in case all other optional paper, we can see the similar way of question. But in this English literature, we need not to update anything. You have to read the work. We have to understand the author only. Easily we can acquire the maximum mark in this optional paper. So these are the important ideas or important concept relating with English literature optional. I hope you understood the priority of English literature, and I believe that now you can understand about the depth and the correct way of preparation and all, what is syllabus demands, like this. So these are the important point I want to share with you. And next, here I would like to explain about our program. Our DIADEMY IAS, our institute plans to start a program relating with English literature optional very soon. And this optional program, relating with optional program, I can explain the class and I can explain our program. Here we have two types of programs. The first one is foundation program, and second is self-study modular course. What is foundation program? That means through this foundation program, we provide you the class. That means you provide the offline, online, and recorded mode of class. And in this class, I will provide you the basics, from the basics to advanced level of all, including all the syllabus area. We will cover all the syllabus area. That is foundation course. Then what is a self-study modular course? It means that we will provide the study material, and we will provide the mentorship program. those who are preparing or those who already attempted and again or they are continuing their preparation. So specifically for the self-study candidates, we provide a modular course. So these are the two mode of classes we provide. And next is our class pattern. The class pattern is mainly offline, live, online, and recorded. In these three ways, we will provide you the English literature classes: offline, live, and recorded versions. Then next, next is we will provide you printed study material, doubt clearing, and test series. Okay, so from this, I already explained a lot of things. I explained a lot of ideas about the optional. Then you can ask me any doubt regarding with the optional and classes and program. Now we can interact. It's your turn. You can ask me any doubt. You can text me relating with your doubt and all. Anything you have to interact, please share your suggestions and share your doubts. Can you hear me? Please, if any doubts relating with our programs and all, please ask your doubt. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Ask me your doubt relating with our program. Then here I would like to share that you never bother about the text and all, because I can say that I am strictly syllabus based and previous question oriented. And at the same time, I will provide all the assistance to improve your English. You don't worry about your background. Okay, if you are from commerce background, if you are from science background, if you are from engineering background, whatever, the background is not at all a matter. The class timing and all, we will inform you. Okay, the class, currently we are planning the class time and all, and it will update you soon. So it will update you soon. Okay. Then next, okay, let me explain my strategy. Lastly, I would like to explain my strategy. Before that, I want to share about myself. That's an important point. I forget it, sorry. About me, first of all, I want to share. First of all, now clear, Logesh, now clear. Now audible. Okay, let me explain about myself. My name is Srijesh. Okay. Then my name is Srijesh, and my background is I'm a PG holder. I'm a PG holder in English literature. About me, English literature. And I have 10 years of teaching experience. I have 10 years of teaching experience in UPSC field. That means I have been working as a faculty for UPSC exam. And specifically can say that I have conducted the different civil service programs, mainly about 300 plus seminar programs I conducted relating with English literature optional. And now also I have conducting English literature optional classes, and I'm guiding the students and mentorship program and all. And here I will provide you all the details or all the materials, study materials, and all the assistance, including mentorship. That means mainly our program is, I already said that 90 days time or 100 days time is enough to cover the entire syllabus. But it's not a limit. We will be with you till you reach in the service. That's the base thing I want to share with you. That means after 100 days, our connection will not be end. That means till you clear the exam, till your last attempt at all, the DIADEMY Academy will with you to assist all the mentorship program and all the helps, because your result is our main motive. Then my strategy, I can say that my class strategy also, I want to explain my strategy. My strategy is purely previous question based. First, maximum 10 to 15 classes or means classes. I will take 10 class minimum in the initial time in order to build your confidence in English. That means relating with English literature, its background, its different ages, its different way of writings, different periods, movements and all. So after that 10 or 12 classes, you will feel that your confidence will improve. That means our strategy will be like that. So you don't worry about the method of preparation and all. And after that only we will directly reach into the syllabus. That means actually the first initial classes purely based on syllabus. It means that all over all ideas about English literature and its history. And after that we will discuss each and every topics, each and every chapters, each and every poems and novels and plays. And you need not to buy each and every textbook independently. Normally, I will provide you the poems, novels and all, and then I will read for you. I will never tempt you to read, or I never force you to read. I will read for you and I will provide the hint notes also. That means besides the class note, I will provide you each and every key words and the key points specifically for the UPSC mains pattern. I will provide you. But I normally provide this for offline class students, because in offline class or online class, because we have an interaction, that time I can provide the keywords and the points like some sort of lecture points. It will be very useful to cover a particular poem, drama, novel and all. So that's the strategy we normally use in the class. Then purely syllabus oriented and the previous question oriented. So that's I want to say again and again. 100 days. 100 days is maximum. I can say that 100 days is maximum, because we will cover in 80 or 85 days we will cover all the syllabus. And after all the days we will conduct the mock test. We will share the ideas. We will discuss the previous questions and all. And repeatedly we will write again and again, because English literature is mainly it's a literature paper. That's what we have to improve our English structural writing and all. And I will always provide you this type of assistance. Okay, so these are the pattern I will follow the class. Then next, if you have any doubt, Please be free to ask any doubts or any confusions relating with. Okay, yes, Lokesh. No, I just explained about the syllabus only. I just explained about the syllabus only. Then once again, one important point I want to share. Normally, we think that English is something a big language, because if we want to clear UPSC exam, we have to know all the language, vocabulary, grammar. No, no, no. Because UPSC never check your grammar. Don't think like that, because they want the answer, well-defined answer, literary answers only, and it's not for a language. We know that English literature is the optional name, not English language and literature. English language and literature, okay, but UPSC mentioned that English literature optional only. So you have to study the literature work, and it is easy. I can say that it is very, very easy. Why it is easy? Because all are stories, poems, stories, Shakespeare drama, stories, lot of, we can easily study, because almost all historical plays are now in the famous film. You know that a lot of different, in India, the different films are there relating with the literary work. It's very easy to study about this, about the characters, their role and all. My assistance only based on the theme and explanations. I know that in that way only the relevance of a faculty is that I want to do that in the UPSC perspective. I want to share all the concepts, how to write, which are the important points we'll include. All these are the confusing thing only. Others are very, very easy. It is very easy because all the, you know that 60 poems, okay. 40 poems are very, very simple poems. That means only 1 or 2 pages only. It's very easy to study. Okay. Then then I want to share and more, but we will have another meeting also, and we will conduct the different classes in future. Then now you can ask any more doubts or any queries regarding with our program and all. If anything you want to share, or if you want to ask anything, please type your message, and I can read the message and give the answer. I think you have no doubts. You have no more doubts, right? Clear? Lokesh, clear? Rajkumar, clear? I think the two people are only asked the doubt. Okay, so these are the important points I wanted to share today. Lokesh, you just all the fee and all details will inform you, and you just connect with our office and all. Okay, Lokesh, and you will get all the updates relating with the classes, fee and all. Lokesh, clear? uh, lastly, I want to share that you don't bother about your English capacity. That means you don't want to be an Oxford person, Cambridge person, because UPSC exam is a common exam to serve the common people. And English literature is one of the option. And don't worry about English is something big or something danger. And it is very risk to select the English literature and all. Don't think like that. I can assure you that if you select English literature optional, it's my duty and I will be with you till your success. That with confidence I can say that, and I have that track record and I have the results relating with my class strategies and all. So I can assure you that with trust you can join in English literature and you can select English literature as the optional. And if you have any doubts or queries, let's conclude or let's wind up the session today. Clear? Okay, so let's wind up today, and we can join in the next meeting as well. Thank you.